Guys, I just wanted to show you quick how to convert these old square or oval empters, the metal ones, to use disposable bags. It's actually pretty easy. You just got to be really careful and take your time. So basically all you need is an old Christmas popcorn tin, something like that, just a nice flat piece of tin. And this is paper. I'm just using paper to show you guys, but I'm just going to pretend this is tin. And what you would do is put a mini emptor on top of the tin and trace around to the top of the emptor with like a Sharpie or something. And then when you're done, you'll see, of course, that inner circle, that's the top of the emptor. And then, but you're not going to cut around that circle. You're going to want to make another circle around that circle that's about a 1/4 inch larger around the whole outside edge. So just trace another circle, and then you're going to cut that out around that larger circle. And then you're going to take a scissors and you're just going to cut, as you can see, you're going to cut little tabs about a 1/2 inch wide all the way around. And you don't want to cut past that inner circle. You want to cut just deep enough to reach that inner circle there. About a 1/2 inch wide on each tab, and just go all the way around. And then when you're done with that, you'll fold all those tabs over the top of the mini emptor, as you can see. And you want to do it evenly. I mean, it's easy to, it's hard to, it's kind of hard to center it. You want to make sure you take your time, bend them all over evenly. And when you're done, you're going to have little corners sticking up. And what you do is just take a hammer and just lightly, tap those little corners that are sticking up so it's nice and flat around the top of the emptor. Like this one, I've already tapped it flat, so everything's good. And then you're going to take, some electrical tape, which I haven't done that yet, but you're just going to take a couple layers of that around the edge here just to cover up these tabs so it doesn't cut into your bag. And then when you're done with that, you'll take a hole saw, cut a hole in the top. This is a 75mm hole saw. This is a 2.5 inch bulkhead, they call it. It's for like aquariums and stuff. 2.5 inch. Now when I got this, it was a little too long. This way it was like about that long, so I cut it down to about this length with a hacksaw. In the bottom, it won't fit in the mini emptor unless you trim off a side here and a side here. And again, I used a hacksaw just to trim those sides up. And what's nice is it comes with this gasket, so it's going to seal real nice against that metal because it's got a plastic nut that'll screw on top. So what I would do at this point is I would put my electrical tape around here, a couple layers of that, and then I would put the bag on. And of course you're going to need a full-length zipper in your bag. And then I would put this, well, let me see if I can set this up. Well, let me see. So yeah, just put this guy. So yeah, you don't need any sealer or nothing. So yeah, make sure the flat spots are lined up with the side of the emptor there. That gasket, I didn't trim that. It should fit if I push hard enough here. And of course, I'm trying to do it one-handed. That doesn't help either. Yeah, you can see how that's going to go up inside. Just kind of work it. Work it up in there until it I probably could have trimmed it a little more, but yeah, you can see how that would stick up through there. And then of course you would now keep in mind I'm pretending the bag is already on here, because if you put this in first and put your nut on it it's going to be sticking up. You won't be able to get your outer bag on there. So you want to make sure your bag's on first and then pull this up through. Put the nut on it, tighten it up. And then when it's done, I will heat this up. This is an Avalier 2 fill tube. I got the twist style end. You could go F style if you want, but this Avalier fill tube will fit if you heat this up. Get it really soft, put some grease or like Vaseline on it, and then it'll fit over the top of that bulkhead threads. And then of course put a zip tie on it. That's how you convert these. Now these oval empters, I just use a Heritage 1 lower bag adapter. As you can see, so I had to use a Dremel tool to cut this oval out. So that'll stick up through there. It's the Heritage 1 lower mini emptor adapter thingy, whatever you call it. And then you'd want to put like a little piece of foam or something around this section in here so it seals up against this metal. So yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, it's not too bad. It just takes a little patience, and you want to definitely be careful. Like drilling this, for instance, with a hole saw, you almost want to do it in reverse, the hole saw in reverse, because otherwise it'll catch and you could cut yourself and have all kinds of problems. So be very cautious, you guys. But yeah, that's how it's done, and it's perfectly reversible. You know, we can bend these tabs back up, remove this tin, and go back to a shakeout bag if we want. So anyway, that's how it's done. Thanks for watching.